performance, but one that would stand the test of time while simultaneously being cost effective. As most of us that own a printer by now know, having and maintaining a printer isn't a cheap task. Of course, choosing the right one requires a bit of wisdom in your part, and of course the printer by itself can be quite costly. So to also make matters even worse, choosing or of course eventually you end up spending more on cartridges than you would on the printer itself. But don't dread, because we at MHC will help you overcome these inevitable challenges in a feasible and an affordable way. I'm joined today by Eva, a sales representative from our technology department, and Eva is going to share some insight into the brand Epson. Now, of course, before you get started, Eva, I know you're very excited about this, as am I. Just to give you all a brief summary of Epson, they are one of the most reputable brands globally, and of course they are known as one of the world's largest manufacturers of computer printers. So, as I can see, we're all very eager and excited to show you all what we have. Eva, thank you so much for being here. It's truly a pleasure.
Hello guys, as he said, my name is Eva. So I'm going to tell you Epson. Epson has been known to be the best brand, right? So we know that cartridges can be very expensive and not accessible. So what we did is that Epson has got a different way of printing where you get yourself Ecotex. So you actually replace them with inks instead of cartridges. The inks are very affordable. So what we want to do is, if you open this is the ink tag. So what you do is just put the inks and then you replace them here, whatever number it will be. So the best part about it is that it will fill the tank, it will last longer, and the inks do not dry. So Epson did this because they have seen that when you go into the world of cartridges, basically we're having a problem with getting cartridges right now. So it's best and advisable for any of our clients or anybody to actually get Ecotanks, because that way you know that you can get your inks. As you can see here, there are all the inks for those printers, 103, 101, depending whatever ink the printer uses. So the inks is very affordable. So you will get a cartridge made around about 2,000 rand, and the ink is only 229. And then these inks actually provide 8,100 pages of black pages, and then the colors will give you 6,500 pages. So for this ink only, you can get yourself all these inks. They can actually produce 6.5 of the colors, and the black one, this one will produce 8,100 pages. So that's why we're saying that it's best for people to go into Ecotanks instead of Intense instead of the cartridge world.
So this solves the problem of making use of cartridges.
So it actually gives you more pages, and it's not as costly as the cartridges.
I see. And then, Eva, very important for the audience, just to give them also a bit of insight into the brand itself. Those that are not familiar with Epson, what can you tell us about Epson, just briefly?
Ever since I started working, I've been working with Epson, and I'd say that Epson is one of the printers that we do not get returns. And I think that Epson also has the confidence in their printers, because they actually extend their warranty. So you could see that other printers will just go a year, but Epson will actually extend their printers because and in me selling them, I know that we have never had a return. I mean, ever since I've been at MHC, I have never had a return of Epson printers. That's how much the printer is strong. If you give it to a customer, you are certain whatever the printer says it's going to do, it's going to do. So if it says 4-in-1, it's going to give the best of it all. If it's wireless, it's going to do it well. If it's not wireless, it's going to do whatever you are requiring it to do. So that's how much this brand is strong, and it's been with us for a long time. It's been doing other brands that I know with printers, I'm certain about it.
I see. And then in relation to what distinguishes them from other companies in the industry, that would be the whole ink feature that you've just explained to us here.
Okay, with the ink features, is that I am certain that Epson inks do not dry. So you'd find that other inks do dry, but this one, it's a certain. I have, if you can check here, we have a demo. I think this ink was put in 2 years ago when they were testing the whole thing. But if you open and you touch the ink, it's still wet. So that's how much ink for Epson doesn't dry out. So even if you put it here and you don't use it, maybe you don't use it usually, your printer uses it once in a while, you won't find the ink dried in the in these in this filled thing.
Yes.
So what you know in the tank, the ink is going to remain wet until whether you use it 5 8 months later. That's how much it is different from other printers. So you are certain that the customer is not going to come back with a dried ink.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Now I see that we have quite a few Epson printers over here. Just to quickly show the audience what Epson range we have, and obviously just why they should consider buying an Epson instead, could you please take us all through the range we have?
Okay, I have L3156. L3156, it will give you 8,100 of black pages, 6,500 of color. There's a Wi-Fi, it prints, it copies, and it scans. So this is one of the printers, and then I have L3111, and then there's a print copy scan. So currently it's also running on special. It's now 3,000 rand from 3,300. And then we are also having, I have L3110. This one is currently also on special. It is from 3,400. It's currently 2,700 rand. It will print, copy, and scan. It's also ink. And then I have L3150. Also, it gives you, I think it's the same thing as that one there. It will give you 8,100 black pages, 6,500. It Wi-Fi's, it print, it's copy, it's scan. So that's the printers we have.
Marvelous. Now you mentioned a warranty period earlier on about Epson. How long on average is the warranty period?
Okay, basically any other brands that we are working with, they give us an extension of a 1 year warranty. So if a customer comes back with their brand, we have to look if it's within 1 year. So with Epson, they have extended their warranty to 3 years. So even if that's how much they trust their product, as I've said. So even when you have 3 years, you can still come and fix or get your printer fixed by Epson. Or if you call them and you try for them to fix anything, if they are away, they still find a way to bring somebody or even. So the warranty is 3 years. So a customer, if they buy it, they will have an Epson warranty for 3 years, so it's safer for them. But I know that for sure that the printer doesn't give problems. It's one of the printers that we don't get back. So I'm certain.
Truly magnificent. Well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, by now it should really be a no-brainer at this point which brand to choose when considering to invest in a printer. I think after all that was said by Eva, I myself can certainly see now why Epson is a, how can I say, reputable brand, and a brand worth considering. So I think it is very important for everybody to also take note of the fact that having the right printer, choosing the right printer, isn't a trivial task. Whether you a small post office or a large call center, having the ideal or having an adequate printer is very important. Of course, it is not just important for having an adequate printer in terms of lasting you long, but of course also saving you money in the long run, as you has just explained, with of course the fact that Epson makes use of ink instead of cartridges. It's absolutely very ideal for that purpose. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to make you all very aware of the fact that if you are interested in this range, remember that you will find these on our website. And if you'd like to visit our website now, be sure to click on the link in the description. That way, you guys could not just see the range of printers that we have from Epson, but also the other Epson products, such as ink that they sell and so forth. Please, guys and girls, don't forget to follow our page at MHC World 1. That way you'll be informed of any upcoming future videos like these. And of course, we have an open broadcast coming up tomorrow. That is very important. We will be having a ton of, suppliers and brands that will be visiting our store along with Pretoria FM, where we'll be talking on the radio and there'll be prize giveaways. So there's a lot to expect from tomorrow, just to say the least. All right, so Eva, once again, I would like to thank you very much for your time and sharing your expertise. It has really been a pleasure. From myself, Eva, and the rest of MHC, ladies and gentlemen, please take care.